What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today's going to be Sunday the 7th of August, and I'm not going to lie, today it's been quite a slow day in regards to transfers. But to make up for the lack of confirmed transfers, we've got some really good rumours as we always do guys. So before you get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours, and let me know what rumours I should do in the next episode. And because it is still the weekend guys, we've got the weekend challenge by trying to smash 1,000 likes before 12 PM UK time. That's 4 hours after this video goes live. And if missed yesterday's video, leave down below in that description box guys. 8 missed transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And the second video tonight will be top 10 transfers of the week number 6. It was supposed to go live yesterday on a Saturday, but unfortunately had a few troubles here and there. So let's start today with the confirmed deals. And first up, the guy with the best picture on Ultimate Team. And that is going to be Hamza Chowdhury of Leicester City. This guy has got the best afro on Ultimate Team. Not that big in game, but that picture alone, it's like 3 times the size of Flaney's. You could probably fit about 4 or 5 pictures of his head in the afro as well guys. Absolutely sick. He's gone on loan though to Burton Albion, I think for the second time in a row. He also signed a 4-year contract to remain at Leicester, obviously in their plans for the future. And the reason I include this guy again though is that picture, absolute class. Now we go on to Juan Carlos today, going to, I think it's Angie Chakalaka. I'm just going to stick to calling him Angie because I can't say the second part, but he's gone there from Getafe in Spain on a loan deal for this season. Now I'm going to call him Yenny because I can't say a second name. I imagine QPR fans as well may even nickname him Yenny, but he's joined them from FC Metz in France for €3 million. He received quite a big winter upgrade on FIFA older team as well when they released them. Now 73 rated, I think before was like 66 or something. Now we got on to a player not on FIFA older team, Marlos Moreno. So here's a young Colombian attacker which can play down the middle or on the wing. And he's joined Manchester City from Athletic Nacional, I think in the Colombian League possibly, for around £4.68 million. And for the upcoming season 16-17, he has been loaned out to Deportivo La Coruña in Spain. Now I'm going to assume that's because Man City at this point in time can't really offer him too many first team opportunities because obviously they've got Gabriel Jesus coming in January, and on top of that, Leroy Sané from now. I have mentioned it before, but Man City have quite a few players here and there scattered about. They've got 1 year remaining on their contract. I think Yaya Toure is one of them players, and it essentially means that next year Marlos Moreno will have like a squad spot available for him. Then we go on to Kieran Westwood. He's actually signed a new contract at Sheffield Wednesday until 2019. You can tell it's been quite a slow day in regards to big transfers and stuff, when I include quite a lot of contract extensions. The next one is going to be Kasper Schmeichel. This is actually quite a good contract extension though, signing a 5-year deal to remain at Leicester until 2021. He joins Jamie Vardy with a new contract, I imagine a lot higher wage than he was on before, to be fair, and it's deserved because they won the Premier League last season. They're probably waiting now on Riyad Mahrez to sign one as well. Now we move on to Marek Hamšík, another big one actually for Napoli, signing a new deal until 2020. And this guy's a top class player. He's been at Napoli for so long now it seems, and I think it's actually made like over 400 appearances for them. And that's because the 2 shirts they use for the contract extension picture kind of thing, one of them said 2020 obviously for their contract, the other said 400, so I'm assuming that's for his appearances. And the final 2 are going to be injuries. The first one is going to be Koke, a player that only joined Schalke just a few days ago. So new Schalke signing Koke could miss the first half of the Bundesliga season after tearing knee ligaments on his first appearance for the club. And the transfer only officially went through on Wednesday, and in a 2-1 friendly win over Bologna just 24 hours later, he suffered a posterior knee ligament tear, which means he'll miss several months of action. So that is the worst possible start to his career in Germany. And finally we've got Radmel Falcao, a player go back 4 years ago, potentially like 3 years ago, he was the best striker in the world. In 2013 he definitely was the best striker in my opinion. At Atletico Madrid he tore shit up every season, so many goals, world-class performances every single game essentially, and now he's just not doing anything. So Falcao faces several weeks on the sideline with a thigh injury after being hurt in Monaco's Champions League qualifying tie against Fenerbahce. Apparently though, it's 4 weeks, and that absolutely sucks for him. Now we're going to potential deals, and first up actually it's got Tommy Elphick on your screen, but I think he's the current Aston Villa captain. So Aston Villa chairman Dr. Tony Char, I'm pretty sure I say his name, he's whetted fans' appetites with a promise of up to 8 further signings at the Sky Bet Championship club. He went to Twitter to say how they're in the process of adding 3 new players to the squad, but his checkbook would be coming out again to strengthen Roberto Di Matteo's squad. And one quote retweet done in particular towards a Aston Villa fan account, he said, "Our plan is to add 7 to 8 new players. We have 3 bids ongoing and 2 loan deals negotiating. It will work out as planned." So potentially exciting stuff for the Championship team. Now we move on to Harry Maguire today. Him and also the next man, which is going to be James Chester, both linked to Middlesbrough. But let's go back to Maguire. So according to Sky Sports gossip column today, Middlesbrough will make an improved bid for Hull City's Harry Maguire. And also the next guy, again like I said before, West Brom's James Chester. I'm going to assume that if they get both of them, one of them will be a backup, one may be a starter, because at this point in time, Daniel Ayala, I think he's doing a very good job for Borough. He actually committed his future to Middlesbrough, I think it was yesterday with a new contract, and that's kind of a reward for having a good season last year. Now we move on to Paddy McNair. Apparently got a lot of clubs after him. Sky Sports are saying Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough and Burnley are all interested in signing Manchester United defender Paddy McNair. Paddy McNair is one of the players that's considered to have no future at United, according to Jose Mourinho, and I think right now, I'm not sure how much it'd take for him, but I don't think it'd be too much. Now we move on to a guy I've never heard of, Atrav Lazar, potentially going to West Ham. So West Ham are interested in Palermo defender, he's a left mid on FIFA, so I'm assuming can play left back as well possibly, and if he did that's quite a nice silver card. But back onto the transfer itself, they're interested in Lazar according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Hammers are in the market for a defender, having failed to sign David Santon, and the report suggests they've turned their attention to Lazar. So again, it's for that left back role, which is usually occupied by Aaron Cresswell, but he is out for a few months now, and the left back they bring in will probably start quite a few games, especially at the start of the season. And I mentioned yesterday how apparently West Ham, they pulled the plug on the David Santon deal because he failed a medical again. I think he failed it at Sunderland as well. But this guy potentially could be quite a nice left back for next year. Now we move on to Lamine Konate linked to Everton. According to the Northern Echo, they're saying Everton are set to make a £17 million offer for Sunderland's Lamine Konate. Ronald Koeman sees the defender as a replacement for John Stones. Everton have been linked to a fair few centre-backs as of late, including Ashley Williams, the captain of Swansea City, Kalidou Koulibaly, a massive money signing from Napoli. There's also Mbodji from Anderlecht as well, so I'm not sure who they're going to get, but if John Stones does leave, one of the 4 players will probably come in. And Kone, it's not a bad option. He was very impressive for Sunderland. But when I see his social media and stuff, he seems a very passionate person in regards to Sunderland, so he may stay and try and fight for the cause. Now we go on to Yann M'Vila, a player potentially going to Sunderland. So according to L'Equipe, Yann M'Vila, who spent last season on loan at Sunderland, is set to sign a 4-year contract at the club after the Black Cats agreed a deal with Ruben Kazan for the midfielder. And with David Moyes coming in, they want to get some kind of solidarity. I'm pretty sure that's a word I can use for this situation. By the way, they're looking to get a team that necessarily won't be in a relegation fight by the end of the season. They want to take a step forward now and get out of that situation, because David Moyes, to be fair to him, I'm pretty sure, did he do the same situation at Everton? I don't know if he did or not. I'm not sure Everton's situation when he first took them over, but he was there for a long time and he turned them into a very respectable club. I'm not saying they weren't a respectable club before, by the way. I'm essentially saying that he could potentially do the same with Sunderland in the future. Now we move on to Mario Lemina today, a link to Stoke City and also Watford. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, Stoke City and Watford are both keen to sign Juventus midfielder Mario Lemina, with Schalke and Hamburg also interested. So Juventus only recently bought Lemina on a permanent basis because he was on loan there last season from Marseille, and then I think as the end of June or early July, they officially got him. And they are looking to turn over a very quick profit, which they could do if he comes to the Premier League, and I imagine will be a very good buy for whoever gets him. Now we move on to Wilfred Boney today, linked to Everton. According to the Sunday Express, Everton manager Ronald Koeman will give the green light on the signing of £15 million rated Wilfred Boney as part of the deal that will take John Stones to Man City. They've also added that Manchester City have lowered the 27-year-old Wilfred Boney's asking price and will accept bids around £13 million for a striker they signed for £25 million 18 months ago. And that is if he's not included in the Everton deal, because this guy, I still really rate him. I've said it before, he's a great striker, just does not fit City's style of play, and I imagine if he went back to Swansea, I imagine he'd absolutely kill it again. Now we move on to Diego Costa, linked to Napoli. Corriere dello Sport are saying that Napoli are set to make a big money bid for Diego Costa, while Inter are also considering the Chelsea striker as a potential replacement for Mauro Icardi, who despite not being in this video today, I'm pretty sure he's been linked to Arsenal yet again, so Icardi could be on his way out. It'd be big money, it'd be very big money, and Diego Costa, I'm not sure if Lukaku goes to Chelsea, wherever he's actually needed. Apparently his agent George Mendes has offered him to Napoli and also Inter Milan, so if you had to choose out between the two, I imagine he'd go for Napoli potentially. But either way, apparently he does want to return to Atletico Madrid, but it's kind of off the cards now. And that is because the Vicente Calderon side have recently snapped up the French forward Kevin Gamero from Sevilla. Actually, it says that Costa would prefer to head to Napoli. Their primary attacking target is Inter Milan's Mauro Icardi. If Icardi ends up leaving Inter for Napoli, Costa could head to the San Siro as the Argentinian's replacement. Again, this is all down to the prospect of Chelsea potentially re-signing Lukaku from Everton. Then we go on to Carlos Bacca. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Diafra Sakho's failed medical ahead of a proposed move to West Brom has stalled. West Ham confirmed the arrival of Carlos Bacca from Milan. So it looks like West Ham could finally get the man after apparently multiple times in papers it has appeared he's turned down West Ham for other clubs, but it looks like now again they could finally get him. So Diafra Sakho, I mean, if it does come down to him, he has already failed a medical, so I'm not sure how easy it is going to be to get rid of him. And now on for West Ham, that definitely should happen over the next couple of days. That's going to be Andre Ayew of Swansea. So the article I'm basing this off is from Sky Sports News, but on top of this, BBC News and stuff have also said it. They said that Sky sources understand West Ham have agreed a fee with Swansea City for forward Andre Ayew. The deal itself is worth £20 million and Ayew will have a medical this weekend. And Sky also understand that Swansea will only finalise the deal if they sign another striker following the arrival of Fernando Llorente from Sevilla. But that new arrival for Swansea is apparently this guy, Borja Baston from Atletico Madrid. And a very brief one, but Sky sources say they understand Swansea are in talks with Atletico Madrid striker Borja Baston. And basically, if you see West Ham confirm the deal of Andre Ayew, it basically means as well that I imagine Swansea City will get this guy as well to replace him. And that would also be a high plate between him and Fernando Llorente, but in all honesty, doesn't really appeal to me in the slightest. Then we have got Olivier Giroud, but not just about him, it's actually about Arsenal in general and Arsene Wenger. So Arsene Wenger has insisted that Arsenal are happy to pay big money for a striker if they can find the right player. After his side thrashed Viking FK 8-0 in Norway on Friday, the Frenchman said, "It's not the prices, it is the players. The money is never a problem if you have to pay what is requested. The price for a player is down to 4 ingredients. 1 is the talent, 2 is his age, 3 is how you expect him to improve your team, and finally 4 is his resale value. If he ticks all 4 boxes and the price is not that important, you have to find the player." But let's be honest, it's not the first time that Arsene Wenger has spoken about buying a striker and stuff, and usually by the end of the transfer window it's the same thing, they haven't signed one. And most of the time he tends to blame on the fact that he cannot find the right player, so I'm not sure, I'll have to wait and see. Now we move on to Moussa Sissoko into Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain are plotting a move for Moussa Sissoko if Matuidi leaves for Juventus, but they are not prepared to pay Newcastle's £35 million asking price for the midfielder. He was left out of Newcastle's opening game against Fulham where they lost 1-0, and I'm assuming it's because he hasn't been in training for very long. I think he returned probably about 2 or 3 days ago. And after being linked to Real Madrid in particular, he then went to speak to L'Equipe. He said, "I hope that my time would come, and it may have come. I feel eligible to go out to one of the big teams. It is flattering to arouse the interest of a Spanish club. To reject Real Madrid is difficult. Who would not be flattered to receive interest from one of the world's best clubs, if not the best? To grow under the orders of Zinedine Zidane could be something fantastic." And to be honest, on social media, this guy seems like an absolute arsehole because he's still contracted to Newcastle United, so technically, he should be respectful. There's no technically about it, he definitely should be. I'm not really sure I agree with the way he's going about it. Now we move on to Julian Draxler, linked to Paris Saint-Germain as well. So very brief, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, Paris Saint-Germain could offer Julian Draxler an exit from Wolfsburg, but have so far been rebuffed in their approaches to the German club. He's also been linked to Arsenal and Everton for anywhere between £50 million and 63. And apparently the fine that Wolfsburg have given him is £85,000 after speaking to Bild saying he wants to leave. And out of transfer for Paris Saint-Germain again, which looks like it definitely will happen. Apparently, PSG will present Spanish forward Jesse Rodriguez on Monday, according to L'Equipe. The Ligue 1 champions are believed to have agreed a €25 million deal with Real Madrid for the transfer of the 23-year-old. And L'Equipe are saying Hesse will be officially presented as a PSG player at 2 PM CEST on Monday, August 8th. So keep an eye out for that. Now we move on to Nemanja Matić today, linked to Real Madrid. The Daily Star saying that Real Madrid head coach Zinedine Zidane has identified Chelsea's Nemanja Matić and is ready to fork out £34 million for the Serbian midfielder. And there has been a lot of speculation about his future ever since N'Golo Kante joined the club. Poor man's Marco Grujic. And another Chelsea player potentially leaving is going to be Oscar to Inter Milan. So ESPN Brazil are saying that Chelsea's Brazilian midfielder Oscar has been into a move away from Stamford Bridge after his chance of nudging Eden Hazard and Willian look very slim. They're also linking the 24-year-old with a move to Serie A and in particular Inter Milan. And Chelsea are reportedly holding out for £30 million for a player they signed for £10 million less in 2012. And now we've got an update for the main man of this summer transfer window. I should have a klaxon for this, by the way, the Paul Pogba update klaxon. So, if you believe Gazzetta dello Sport, they're saying Pogba landed in England last night ahead of a completion of his move to Manchester United. The Juventus midfielder's medical is scheduled for today. And at this point in time, everyone is wrapped around Paul Pogba's finger. I mean, on social media, he is such a troll. There's a video going around where he's told Juventus fans he's staying. There's a picture of him with Drake where he's giving him a Juve shirt. There's just so much going on. But during yesterday's press conference ahead of a friendly with West Ham today, the Juventus manager Allegri has come out and said something about the situation. Jose Mourinho rightly said he's not talking about Pogba because he's a Juventus player. I've summoned Pogba with Evra to report to pre-season duty tomorrow night. So that means he has training here in Vinovo on Monday. It makes no sense at the moment talking about potential replacements for Pogba. Right now, Pogba is a Juventus player. So the saga continues. There's so much going on right now regarding Paul Pogba, but honestly, nothing's really changed. So there we have it. There's today's potential transfers as well as the confirmed stuff at the very beginning. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,000 followers likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Comments below of your thoughts on today's rumours I shoot in the next episode. And finally, if you missed yesterday's video, then down below in that description box, guys. At 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day, which is the second one tonight, guys. Keep an eye out for that. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.